Right. Greetings and peace, everyone. Welcome to the Committed Relationships and YouTube channel, aka C.R.S.A show, the C.R.S.A YouTube channel. I am your host, Mgtow, and I'm here to share some info with the people. And greetings to all of you new listeners, new viewers, and new YouTubers, new subscribers. If you have not listened to any of my previous videos, I am a relationship researcher. And as far as that, what I do is I study and I closely examine relationships. I have been doing this for many, many years, and I started years ago, somewhere around 2012, where I seriously did it. And it's after years of a breakup of mine that I had with a woman that made me realize that I needed to know more information. I needed to gain more information regarding relationships, because I realized at that time that no one has taught me how to exist within a relationship successfully and maturely. And at that time, I was not as on a mature level as I am now. So I had to realize that I needed to start my personal development journey and to learn more about relationships. So I went on years of studying about relationships. One of the books that got me started was Straight Talk for Men about marriage. That one definitely got me started heavily with self-examination, self-reflection. Until this day, now I have so much relationship information to share with people, and that's what I do now here on this channel. I share my relationship information that I have gained throughout the years. I am also a personal development consultant. What I do is I help people with their personal development journey, whether they have already started it or they are looking for assistance to actually start it. So I have learned a lot of information about the mind and its functions, and I have a variety of personal development tools that are subliminals, videos and audios that assist people with their personal development journey. And you can check my information out at www.transformationsubliminals.com. So for right now, what I want to talk to you guys about is the top reason why women are disrespectful to men in general, but especially disrespectful to a man within their committed relationships. This has been going on for many, many years now, and this is inspired from a recent episode that I've seen I just watched previously from the Divorce Court show. I watch that show often in a variety of other shows often that provides me source material to study. I use it for study purposes as far as relationships. So in this episode, the woman was consistently disrespecting her husband and disrespecting him, as every time he would speak, she would somehow, some way interrupt him. And me watching what has been going on throughout this episode, I can see that he never checked her for that behavior. Whenever she would go ahead and interrupt him, he'd never checked her. That's why she was consistently doing it. And also, she never developed a high respect for him throughout their relationship. And that's what goes on with women in general. They always subliminally, because this is just in their nature, they always check to see if the male is a beta male or alpha male. And it truly goes back to our animalistic days, and also it's in great comparison to the animal kingdom. And if you don't know what the animal kingdom, how they run things, and it's in a variety of different species. There's always an alpha male, and then there's beta males. The alpha male is usually the strongest minded individual, and he is the strongest individual of the pack. He's the leader. Now, as far as the beta males, and beta females, because there's alpha females and there's beta females. Also, you have to keep that in mind, because a lot of people, they always talk about alpha males and beta males, but they don't realize that there are alpha females and beta females. And the beta females, there's a lot of beta females here in America, and there's a lot of beta males here in America. So the beta males are usually the weak followers, but they also still play a important role within the pack. So they are supporters of the alpha male and supporters of the pack, same as the beta females. So now what's going on here in America greatly is America, the society itself, has been producing more beta males than alpha males. And what females here in America have been mixing greatly with beta males when they don't realize that it's an alpha that they greatly need, and that they don't realize that there's a lot of beta males who don't realize that they need to be an alpha male if they actually want women to respect them. Because being a beta male and you want to be respected by a woman, I'm telling you, it doesn't really work greatly being a beta male and being respected by a woman. In your relationship especially, I've noticed the difference when dealing with women, as far as me even increasing my alpha male mindset to a higher degree in my alpha male energy. Even when I walk into a room, I get instant respect. Even with my energy, I don't even have to speak. That is when you know that you are on an alpha male, alpha female state of being, when you don't have to speak, and then people start displaying beta behavior where they seek your approval, they give you a variety of things. It's a beta energy that come off of these individuals. Beta energy that comes off an individual sometimes causes people to get beat up. That's why you see bullies in high school, bullies in school, bullies in even in the workplace. They are pulled to these individuals that offer off beta weak energy, because they displaying weak energy, and it's something about that weak energy that the alpha individual does not like. So they are gradually going to find ways to beat up and dominate that individual. And if that individual that has been radiating that weak beta energy, then they're more than likely going to get dominated by someone, whether it be a male or female or both. And this is what I've been studying throughout the years of studying students and understanding energy and how energy actually influences people. You have to understand that energy certainly influences people, and the higher, the more powerful the energy is, the more it's going to influence environments to do certain things and behave in certain ways. And you have to study this, and I've studied this and experienced this throughout my years of understanding psychic senses, and I talk about psychic abilities throughout my previous videos, some of my previous videos, and I tell people that now is the best time to start to increase your psychic senses, because all of us have psychic senses, because there's so much deception that's been going on for years, especially here in America. You got to jump on this, on your psychic senses, increase it, and understand the psychic stuff, because nowadays you have to be able to perceive through these illusions that people here in America and the American society has been putting in front of people. Because if you aren't able to perceive through these illusions, then you're going to fall for these illusions, and then you're going to end up being stuck in a hole that you got to dig yourself out of or crawl yourself out of. And if you want to avoid that, then you got to be able to perceive what's going on and be able to take alternative routes. So now back to the females. Now, whenever a female experiences a beta male, she is more than likely going to dominate him if she does not perceive him as an alpha male. Because once she perceives a male as an alpha male, then she's more than likely going to respect him, depending on his characteristics, his mannerisms, and his energy, and also his overall behavior. If he displays himself as a strong, confident individual, a strong, confident man, and he knows how to handle himself well, and he's shown it, and it's evident, and he's strong within, and he's consistent, and he doesn't back down whenever a woman tries to raise herself up over him and dominate him, then she will respect him. But if he just allows everybody, and including a woman and women, to dominate him, and even in conversation, then she is more than likely going to dominate him in her relationship. And if he doesn't display any kind of alpha male behaviors within the relationship and doesn't show any kind of dominance, and it doesn't mean that you have to beat on a woman. Nope. You have to be assertive with women so that you don't allow them to dominate them. You can show that you demand respect. And if you have the mind right with the alpha male mindset, you would already know what to do, and you would already have the energy that they would just automatically respect. That's why you got to get your mind right first, and you got to get your energy correct first on a high level. And then once you get your mind right, what will happen is, men, is your body will your mind will send a signal to your brain, and then your brain will send a signal to all of your cells and all of your organs and your overall body to have the correct alpha male postures and mannerisms. And then what happens with women is they will subliminally pick that up, and that will then change their behavior based off of that overall, including their mannerisms, their behavior, their thoughts, their perceptions of you as the alpha male. And then they'll start treating you more respectfully. And I'm telling you, this comes from experience. Definitely comes from experience. And another thing that you can tell a person is beta is not only their energy, but also their tone of voice. I've noticed throughout the years of studying myself and also studying other beta males, when I used to have beta traits, because I've always had alpha male traits, because people can have both. I've had alpha male traits in the past, but I also have beta male traits. And one of the beta traits in general is high-pitched voices. If you pay attention to a lot of people here on YouTube, especially men, you'll see, and men here in America, they have high-pitched voices. And once I started to pay attention more to the alpha male behavior, I've noticed that the ones that have deeper voices, and even with me, I've noticed when I have more deeper voices when I'm speaking with women, especially with people, I commanded more respect. But when I had those happy-go-lucky and high voices, and you know what I mean, just pay attention to certain people, certain men especially, that have those high-pitched voices. And you might work with one, you might go to school with one or more of them, and you might be in a relationship with one. They have those high-pitched voices, and it goes up high like this. It's so nasty once you recognize it. And especially with men, it's a high-pitched voice. That is a signal of weakness to a certain extent. So you got to be able to read the situation correctly. That is usually a lot of times is a dead giveaway that they're a beta. So you got to pay attention to that. Those are the two top things that I pay attention to when I come across a person. Is I listen to their voice and I pay attention to their energy, and I see what energy is consistent, and whatever energy in their auric field is consistent, then that's really who they truly are, and as an individual, whether it be an alpha male or a beta male, it depends. And you got to learn how to recognize a beta male energy, a beta and female male energy versus a alpha male and alpha female energy. I can tell you what's his name? Dominic Toretto from the Fast and Furious movies. If you have not seen those movies, watch Fast and Furious 1 all the way till, I say 7. Well, I say 6 really. 7 and 8 was kind of stupid. I don't really like 7 and 8. That's when they start to get a little bit too much and ridiculous. I feel like every movie series needs to know when to just stop making movies and leave it alone. Fast and Furious is one of the movie series that I feel like they should have just stopped. They should have stopped at 5 really, but if they want to go with 6, they should have completely stopped at 6. But anyways, I was studying him also for this alpha male stuff. He is a great example of an alpha male. Study him, study his energy, his mannerisms, and you see how much respect his woman gives him. His woman, Letty, is so loyal to him. When you are an alpha male and you have everything right, or at least the majority of everything right, your woman will be loyal to you. She has true loyalty, and that type of relationship that them two have is very rare here in America, especially. If you see it and you have it, definitely treasure it, cherish it, because it's very rare, because there's a lot of women that disrespect their man, and there's a lot of men who don't have their mind and their life right. That's why they need to go ahead and start their personal development process right now to get their mind and their life right, so that way they can command more respect from women and people in general, but especially women. So that if you really want to be that type of guy where you have a lot of women that want to be with you, then you got to get your mind and your life right. Once I realized that, that's when I worked even more on myself to a higher degree, and now I know all of the things that I need to work on myself, and that's what I've been doing, is working even more on my personal development journey, starting with my mind. I'm telling you people, you have to start your personal development, and it starts with your mind first. Your mind is all. That is the foundation of your overall being and your overall life. Your self-image is what controls people, places, and things, and how they respond to you. If you want a better response from other people, then you have to start to focus and develop your self-image. If you want more information about that, you can check out my YouTube channel at Mgtow Subliminals. I talk about personal development. That is my personal development YouTube channel, and also my transformationsubliminals.com is my website for personal development, and it starts with the mind, transforming people subliminally. So you have to transform your mind before you can actually transform your overall self-image. So that's that. If you want to email me about relationships, you can go ahead and send me your information, whatever it is you want to, you got a question about. And if some questions may require a consultation, so you can request a consultation as far as a relationship consultation. But as far as personal development consultations, you can go ahead and request that on my Transformation Subliminals website. But you can email me for whatever it is relationships. That's at CommittedRelationships@gmail.com. All of this stuff will be in the description. Definitely check that out. Definitely, please, if you learned anything from this and you enjoyed this video, click the like button. Send a comment in the comment section, even if you said thank you very much even if you say thank you very much for sharing. Definitely do that. And if you would like more information about relationships, then definitely you want to click the subscribe button and the bell button to get email updates whenever I upload new videos about relationships and spirituality in general. I don't know why I decided years ago to go with spiritual activity. I added that on there. I just know that those were the two things that I wanted to talk about, and I just went with the name. So now for short, I just say C.R.S.A. C.R.S.A. All right, thank you very much, and until next time.